Hi yogins! Welcome back to Play Along Practice with Amanda Shepherd Yoga. It's great to see you. I'm delighted to practice with you today. We'll get started in a minute. Just a couple quick notes. Practices tend to be about a level 2-3. You want to make sure that you're physically able to do a reasonably strong asana flow. Props on hand, I like to have a blanket, 2 blocks, and a strap, usual suspects. And that's about it. Check the description to see what we do. That's usually where I post it. These practices tend to evolve organically. And let's get started. Okay, I like to start laying on the back. So Savasana, Ardha Shavasana, or constructed rest. Any one of those three. You can do Supta Baddha Konasana if you like. And I often like to start in a supported Supta Baddha Konasana, but today I'm just going to keep it easy. Nice deep inhale, exhale, let it go through the mouth. One more time, nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Just allow yourself to become a witness of your breathing. Letting you notice any sensations, allowing yourself to engage them in a nurturing, loving way. Because that's really the only way you're going to move through things is with engagement. You can't just pretend it's not there. Start to let the breath even out. Allowing the inhale to be the same length of time as the exhale. Allowing the quality of the inhale to the belly to be equal with the ribs and equal with the chest. Let yourself soften as you start to draw your energy to the breath or your attention to the breath in a conscious way. And if there are spaces that won't soften, let yourself engage them and understand that might be where you need to focus today. How does it feel? And that pause at the top of your inhale when you're full of breath. How does it feel as you hold the breath out? And take a couple more inhales and exhales here. I'm going to try and actively strengthen around the knee. So as I exhale, I'm going to let my toes point towards the sky. And I'm really going to root my heels down, glue the low back into the floor. And I'm going to actively draw the heels towards my shoulders, so bracing, and then let it release. And do that like 5 times. I'm going to let that go, and I'm going to lift that right leg and just do some hip circles here. You're drawing circles around the whole room. Low back is on the floor and right hip even with the left. I'm going to take it the other way. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, belly button just goes to spine and around the shoulders. And then just find the legs, spread the collarbone. Breathing here. Exhale, allow the shoulder blades to come down. Back of the head on the floor. Supta, Hanumanasana, reclined split. You're looking to feel your hamstrings. Couple ankle circles, and then flex the foot, find your toe lock. If you like, you can grab the outside edge of the foot, turn the toes out, reach that heel out to the side. Now, I'm not worried about going down. I'm more interested in going towards the shoulder. Right hip is scooching under the body, left side body's on the floor. Inhale, reach that heel to sky, and as you exhale, find your twist, Supta, Tadasana, Panagustasana. Try to keep that right leg straight. If you need to bend it a little, it's fine. And then square your chest towards the sky. Let the right side waist be nice and long. Inhale back through center, left leg lifts up, and belly button in, toes to sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, let's reach the hands forward, Savasana. Try your low back in and up. Maybe grab your calves and maybe even. Let the, try to find a straight line, right? So pulling up on the skin of the calves, elbows trying to kiss, right? Low back in and up, breathing here. Exhale, Ardha Navasana. Reach out through your big toes and belly button to spine. You're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down to your Shavasana, or more of a Supta Tadasana, right? Heels on the earth, and once again, I'm going to glue the low back to the floor, and I'm going to isometrically pull the heels towards my shoulder blades. 5, contract and relax, essentially. 4, but do the work with the heels. 3, because it's going to engage all the muscles around the knee. 2, 1, left leg lifts, draw some circles on the sky. 4, 3, try to keep your hips even. 2, 1, other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing here. Grab your heel. You can grab your hamstrings if you like. You can use a strap. Smile, the collarbones wide. Hug the leg muscles to the bone. Keep the hips even. Exhale, shoulder blades to the earth, back of the head down. Nice easy opening of the hamstring. Notice what that hip is doing. It tends to want to do the bump. See if you can even the low back out. Couple ankle circles. And then toe lock, or you can also grab the outside edge of the foot if you like. Heel reaches out to the side, externally rotating B position. Hug the leg muscles to the bone. Keep your low back a nice straight line on the floor. Inhale to center, switch the clasp, exhale. Recline, dancing Shiva. Breathing here, nice and easy. Try to keep your chest squared towards the sky. Left hip nice, left side waist nice and long. Inhale back through center. Lift the right leg. This time lift your shoulder blades as well, and we're just gonna pulse. Belly button in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, low back draws in and up. You can find your pose, beautiful. Exhale, cross your least favorite ankle over. Come on forward, you can come through Lolasana if you like. Finding your all fours. Now my knee is bothering me today, so I'm gonna take it a little easy on the knees and the hips actually. So start to find your cat-cows. Sit bones towards your heel. Taking it the other way. You can always place a spacer behind the back of your knees if you need it in the form of a strap. Breathing here, I'm gonna take a nice deep inhale here. Tuck the toes, reach the heels back. Plank pose. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Find your favorite adjustments. And then right leg lifts, open the hip, couple hip circles, 1 or 2 each direction. Look over under your left arm, see if you can see your toes. Let's extend that right leg. Come onto the right fingertips. And reach that right arm towards the top of the mat. Back stroke. See if you can find the ankle, kick the foot into the hand. Exhale, gently release, and I'm going to step that foot right next to my thumb, giving it a smooch on the way. Left knee comes down, reach those toes. Ardha Hanumanasana. Rebend into the knee, and then left hand on the floor. Let's turn those right toes out. Knees and toes in the same line, make sure you check that. And then swing that right arm forward, Utthana Prasthasana, lizard pose. Left arm to the floor, let's backstroke. Maybe bending that left knee, drawing the heel towards the outer hip, open the quadriceps. Go back and forth. You can always have the palm under the shoulder on that left hand. Grabbing the ankle, kicking the foot into the hand, a little spinal extension. Exhale, unwind. Let's come onto your forearms, roll your inner wrist towards the earth. You're going to lift that back leg and just step it back, forearm plank. Thighs come down, pubic bone on the earth, tailbone long. Lengthen the body forward. Take your hands out to the side. Astabandha, so you have fingertips on the floor. Palm of the hand is off the earth. Elbows are like a gym style push-up, so right out to the side. Belly coming on up and coming down. Inhale to extend the spine. Exhale to take it back to neutral. 3, 4, 5. Right arm out to the right between 1 and 3. Left foot, maybe both feet to the floor behind you. Extend that right leg. Left knee toward your shoulder. Maybe find toe lock or the outside of the foot and see if you can reach the heel. Exhale, release. Come back through center. Left forearm comes in. You're going to reach back with your right hand next to your hip. Stretch the quads on that right side. Heel towards the outer hip. Any hand grip you like. If you need more, straighten the left arm. Exhale, take it out. Gently release. I'm going to reach that left arm out to the left between 11 and 9. Right foot, maybe both feet behind you, stretching pec minor where the chest and shoulder meet. Maybe extending that left leg, righty comes in towards the shoulder, toe lock, or grab the outside edge of the foot. Extend the leg. Exhale, release back through center. Breathe in here. Where you find your Sphinx pose, right forearm comes in, left hand next to the hip, bend that left knee. Opening the quads. Maybe switch your hand grip if you like. So the palm is on the transverse arch, toes, fingers are facing the toes. Maybe add the right arm if you need a little more. Exhale, come on out. Hands by your low ribs. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Let's round the back and the shoulders for this first one. Pulling the hands and feet towards each other, smile, inner shoulders wide. So your low back feels super safe here. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg reaches, open the hip. Go over under your right arm. Maybe let that left leg extend. Reach the left arm forward. Just adding that little reach really challenges the bones. Kick the foot into the hands. Exhale, release, knee to chest, give that knee a smooch. Step it next to your thumb. Right knee comes down. And then draw back for Ardha Hanumanasana. Hands are under the shoulders here. Spine is extended, so we're not rounding the upper back. All right, it's about, let yourself find some length here. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. Rebend into that knee. Right here is on the floor. I'm going to turn the toes out, knees and toes, same line. Maybe come down to your forearm if you like that. And then as I exhale, I'm going to backstroke, bending that right knee, bringing the heel towards the outer hip, rolling back and forth a little bit so I can really stretch the quads. Isometrically, kind of pulling that knee towards my elbow. Grab the ankle, kick the foot to the hand, little spinal extension. Exhale, release. Uttana Prasthasana. Coming down. Come as deep or as little as you like. You can make this less with your hands on blocks right under your shoulders. Forearms to the earth. You're going to tuck those right toes and step that left foot back. Thighs to the earth. Breathing here. Reach the right hand back. Maybe reach the left hand back. Maybe turn your elbows to the sky for Bakasana. It's a really hard pose for me. Exhale, hands by your low ribs. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep your attention on your breath and let the breath serve you. Let it inform what little micro movements you may need. Bringing attention to the spine. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale here. Step that left foot in. Reach that right leg to sky, shoulders over the wrists. See if you can find a pickup. Step it up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Wrist circles as you come all the way up, Urdhva Stasana. Exhale, Samasthihi. Let's take a moment in Tadasana. Right arm to sky, grab the arm with your left hand and lift out of all four sides of the waist. Especially the left, bringing the fingertips over towards the left. Really feel that stretch in the right side body. Back through center. Belly in, tailbone long. Open the arms like a cactus. Right palm behind you, palm facing out. Left arm up and over. Find your Gomukhasana arms. Don't worry about the clasp, maybe you have it. Exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Unwinding the arms when you need to. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the palms, hover the heels, push down with your hands. Feet to the back of the mat. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Energy towards the hands. If you're a person who rounds the low back like I do, push into the index and thumb mounds. Wrap the triceps down as the chest moves towards the thigh. Step that right foot up. Left heel to sky, shoulders over the wrists. See if you can find your pickup. Feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Wrist circles the weird way, coming all the way up, Urdhva Stasana. Exhale, Samasthihi. Left arm to sky, lift out of the waist. Find that lateral stretch, so you should feel from the middle finger all the way down the side into the earth. Keep that left foot grounded. Inhale back through center. Ardha Uttanasana with Gomukhasana arms. Exhale, dive it in. Unravel the hands when you need to. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping that left foot in, right leg to sky, or you can just hop it from the back of the mat if you want to. Keep the belly in. Step it up to the top of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana, exhale Uttanasana, wrist circles, Urdhva Stasana. Exhale, Samastihi. Lateral stretch, right side. Keep the feet grounded evenly. Back through center. This time let's take right arm underneath the left. Tailbone long. Feel the breath in the low back. Moving from low back through the middle back into the shoulder blades. Elbows reaching up, pinkies reaching away from the body. Rolling inner thighs towards the back of the room. Exhale, diving in Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps in, left leg to sky. Feet to the top of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana, exhale Uttanasana, forward fold, wrist circles the weird way. Urdhva Stasana, exhale, Samastihi. Last three, Namaskar A, we'll meet at down dog, back of the mat. Reaching those fingers over towards the right. Back through center, left arm underneath the right. You can give a hug to yourself if you prefer. I want you to feel the breath starting at the bottom of your torso. Really feel the body, and then exhale, shoulder blades lifting the heart. Exhale, dive it in. Inhale, Ardha. Through your vinyasa. And with your next inhale, let your left forearm come down. Walk your right wrist in line with that elbow. Just hop the left foot in. Keep that right elbow in. Try to find your funky pincha. And then step that right foot up. Let's do Virabhadrasana 1. Left toes turn out. Breathing here, keeping the hips square towards the top of the mat. Maybe make some more space between your feet laterally if you need to. Breathing into the back waist. Exhale, pitch it forward. Left elbow outside that right knee. Lean back with your right shoulder blade. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Ardha Chandrasana. It's pretty close to that couch here. That's okay. Is it okay? Maybe it's not. Shavasana variation. Kicking that foot into the hand. Maybe float that right arm. And then gently release. Imagine there's a giant beach ball underneath your legs. You're gonna lift that left leg up and over. Virabhadrasana 2. Left arm down, right arm lifts up. Lift out of that left side waist. Breathing here, root into the left foot, straighten that right leg and turn those right toes in. As I exhale, I'm going to take a twist, grabbing the left ankle with the right hand. Push that left arm forward. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bring the elbows to the floor. Just see what that feels like. I'm not sure if I can do this from this angle. This is one of the more challenging headstand variations for me. Shoulder blades to sky. Tailbone long. I think it's near lunge Shirshasana or Astamukta Shirshasana, like it's the 7th one. Let the legs come wide. Exhale, come on down, breathing here. Left hand underneath your nose, right hand to your low back twist. Let's turn that right palm out, outside the hip. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna let the left elbow come underneath and see if I can find a clasp. Gently release. Walk it around to that right foot and through vinyasa. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right forearm's gonna come down. Left hand's gonna line the wrist up with the elbow. Reach that left leg to sky. One more time. Funky pincha. Step the left foot up, turn the right toes out. Virabhadrasana 1. Minding your form. So it tends to want to go into the low back. See if you can find some stability here. Let yourself breathe here and let it get nice and full. Exhale, find your twist. Stack the hands, try to touch the wall on the right side of the room with your left shoulder blade. Exhale, Ardha Chandrasana, float it up. Shavasana variation if that's interesting. Float the left arm, gently release the leg, and up and over that imaginary beach ball. Big step back to the mat. Feel the arch alignment. Reverse warrior. Bridge the right foot, straighten the left leg, turn the toes towards the right side of your mat, and left hand to right leg, right ankle. Easier to find the thigh. Exhale, unwind. Gonna bring the, oh my God, I'm going balls. Gonna bring the elbows to the floor in a second. coming onto the heels, shoulder blades to sky. And for this headstand, I like to bring the knees together first because it is more challenging to balance on the elbows. Keep the torso, tailbones long. Find your straddle hinging at the hips. Coming on down. Right hand under the nose, left hand to your low back. Twist towards the front leg. Let your left palm face out behind you. Exhale. As you fold down, let me see if you can find a clasp. You'll notice I did bend my back leg to do that. Breathe in here now. Left shoulder blade towards the right thigh. Right inner thigh is moving towards the left side of the mat. Exhale, unwind. We'll walk around to that front foot. Vinyasa. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice deep inhale here. Reaching right leg to sky. Bringing the feet to the top of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. And then I'm going to sink the hips as I bend the knees. Utkatasana. Bring all the way up. Urdhva-stasana. Exhale. Samastiki. Take a moment in your Tadasana. Sink those hips as you bend the knees. Utkatasana, get nice and low. Roots to thighs folded in, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Maybe find Bakasana. Any variation. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left forearm comes down, right wrist in line with the elbow, right leg to sky. Funky pincha. Virabhadrasana 1. Find your twists. Step it back a little bit so I don't hit the couch. Ardha Chandrasana. Shavasana. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing here. Reverse warrior. Straighten that right leg, turn the toes in, and then I'm going to take C variation. Interlacing the hands behind me. Lengthening the tailbone, finding a little spinal extension. Exhale, hinging down, folding all the way in. Shoulder blades to sky, pinkies overhead. As I exhale, I'm going to unwind the arms. Reach them way forward into a giant puppy pose. Arms are wider than my shoulders. I'm really trying to sink into the shoulder blades. And come on up. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to take the right hand right under my nose, left hand to the low back. Open up. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, right elbow goes underneath the leg. Find the clasp. Breathing here. And then as I exhale, I'm going to turn that right heel in. Baddha Parsva Konasana, Baddha Trikonasana. Unwind the hands. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right elbow comes down, the left wrist lines up with the right elbow, shoulder distance, left leg to sky. Funky pincha. Virabhadrasana 1. Left foot forward. Exhale, twist. Pivot the back heel if you need it. Breathing here. Next exhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Shavasana variation. Release the leg. Virabhadrasana 2. Root into the right foot, turn the left toes towards the right. Interlace your hands behind you, opposite index finger on top, so it feels weird. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, unwind, or hinge down rather. Shoulder blades to sky, pinkies overhead. Unwind the arms. Walk your hands forward. Giant puppy pose. This time we're going to find the inner thighs. So I'm going to lift the heels, bring the inner knees down. Let the inner knees get as wide as possible. Toes turning out if they can. Otherwise they don't have to. And then as the inner knees get wide, you're also going to draw the leg bones into the socket and reach the sits bones towards the left side of your mat. You will find your inner thighs. Belly in. Big toes to touch. Refind your wide angle. Left hand underneath your low mat, underneath your nose. Right hand's going to come to the low back, maybe even to the sky. And then as you exhale, find your clasp. Let the left elbow come underneath the leg. Finding that bind. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Baddha Parsva Konasana, bound side angle. And then root into the right foot, straighten the left leg, Baddha Trikonasana. Unwind the hands. Through a vinyasa. So that was a lot of forward folds. Be nice to yourself in this back bend. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Right foot steps in, left leg to sky. Top of the mat. Inhale, extend the spine, exhale, fold. Sink those hips as you bend the knees. Utkatasana, Urdhva. Exhale, Samastiti. sink those hips as you bend the knees. Utkatasana. Energy into the heels, energy to the ball of the foot. Lift the heels. And then exhale, dive it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Finding your arm balance if you want it. You can take a different variation of Bakasana, maybe patella to funny bone. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left forearm comes down, line the right wrist up. Keep that right elbow in. And step that right foot up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, finding a twist. Now, hinge at the hip a little bit so you get your 45-degree angle. And then left elbow outside that right knee. Ardha Chandrasana, last time for this series, for this vinyasa, right? Shavasana variation. Floating right arm. Virabhadrasana 2. Good part of Virabhadrasana, reverse warrior. Let's go to Baddha Trikonasana. So, rooted to the left foot, straighten that right leg, and just lengthen the tailbone, draw the right ribs to the sky. You can bring that elbow right inside the knee, or that shoulder right inside the knee, right inside the thigh. Reach the hands around. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, Baddha Ardha Chandrasana. Step the left foot in, straighten the right leg. Float it back. Ooh. Breathing here. Exhale, unwind. Through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana to downward facing dog. Right forearm comes down, left hand steps back. Left leg reaches sky. Funky pincha. Left foot steps up. Virabhadrasana 1. Find your twist. Let the left side waist aim to be as long as the right. Exhale, look forward. Ardha Chandrasana. Shavasana variation. Maybe float that left arm. Gently release. Up and over. Virabhadrasana 2. Fifth part of Virabhadrasana. Baddha Trikonasana. Bound triangle. So find the triangle. And then add the arms. Use your hands to scoop that left hip under the body. Set your gaze. Step that right foot in. And straighten the left leg. Lift the right leg. Keep the bind as you float it back. Unwind. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Easy to feel the front of the body moving. So see if you can pay attention to the breath in the back of the body and the sides of the body. Can you get wide across your shoulder blades as you wrap your triceps back? Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, you just let the elbows hover. Chest towards the thighs, strengthening the shoulders. Exhale, let those elbows come down. Roll the inner wrist towards the earth. I like my thumbs to touch in my pincha mayurasana. As long as the elbows are shoulder distance, totally fine. Right leg to sky. Pincha mayurasana. Really let the chest move towards the back of the mat. Maybe bend the left knee and reach that right leg long. One of my favorite poses. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Gently, top of that left foot comes down. Backstroke that right arm to Pinjalasana prep. Check out your toes. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Let's bring that right leg forward for Ardha Hanumanasana. And then bring that foot to the floor. And take your hands to your thigh. Make space. So lift your right hip point into the belly as you sink the hips straight down. A lunge. Find that scissoring action between the heel and the leg, feeling the psoas. Belly button to spine. And reach those arms. Breathe into the back of the body. Imagine your thumbs are being reached towards the sky. Wrap the triceps forward. Draw the arm bones to the socket. Open your arms like a cactus. 2, 1. Fingertips towards the earth. Some of you might touch here. If it's interesting, straighten that right leg. Keep the extension in the front of the body. See what your left hand will find. Squaring chest to the sky as much as you can. As you exhale, bend your right knee very gently. Put some energy towards the top of that left foot and left shin. Ustrasana. Keep those hips forward. Exhale, come on up. Let's take a twist. Thread the needle. Right arm going underneath towards the left side of the mat. Turn the belly. Any variations you like. Reach with that back foot all day, might as well. Exhale, release. Puppy pose. Maybe in Astabandha, let the chest melt. And then as you exhale, forearms to the floor. Tuck the toes. Reach that left leg to sky. Let your tailbone reach towards the left heel. So you don't want to dump into your low back. Pincha Mayurasana. Let the chest move towards the back of the mat to a hollow back variation. Maybe bending the right knee, reaching the left leg long. Exhale. I'm going to use the core. Gently come to the top of the foot. Backstroke that left arm. Kapinjalasana Prat. Breathing here as I exhale. Ardha Hanumanasana. Left foot towards the top of the mat. Now this is my unhappy knee. I'm going to be pretty careful. The variation we did on side one. As I exhale, I'm going to find my low lunge. Breathing here, lifting the hip point off the thigh, letting the hips sink low, finding that scissoring action. So I have a PNF going on in the psoas on the right side. Lifting up, exhale. Shoulder blades opening, cactus arms, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips towards the floor. And then I'm going to bring my hand down on this side because this knee doesn't like this as much. But I'm going to root into that left foot. I might even let the left foot come a little wider. And then as I exhale, I want to keep the hips over the knee. Keep that spinal opening in the front of the body, squaring chest to the sky. Breathing here. Root into the top of that right foot. And I'm going to bend that left knee. And bring that foot in. Line the knees up. You can micro adjust if you need to. Ustrasana. Exhale, coming through. Coming up to stand on the shins. And then thread the needle, drawing that left arm through. Walk the right hand forward, lean back. Extend the right leg. Keep the foot into the hands. Exhale, gently release. Puppy pose. And then I'm going to make a little spacer behind my knees and draw back to a child's pose. So I'm using my jumpsuit, kind of tucking it in to the crease of the knee so it doesn't hurt. I'm gonna walk my hands over to the right and pull with that left arm, feeling a nice lateral stretch. The little PNF action that we did not have when we were doing lateral stretch from standing. Exhale, left hand kitty corner of the mat, rest your left ear on it. Top of the mat, right hand stacks on top. Very common in my classes. Really nice way to open the shoulders. Walk your hands over to the left, lean right. Right hand kitty corner of the mat, rest your ear. Right hand top of the mat, left hand wrapped, pushes down on top, wrap the triceps down. Good, breathing here. Forearms to the floor. I'm going to tuck the toes. Step that left foot in, reach that right leg to sky. Point up into pincha. I want to root down through the forearms, roll the inner wrist towards the floor. And find split legs, Hanumanasana legs. Let the left foot come down. Three-legged dog, nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to step that right foot up next to the thumb. Standing splits. Challenge the balance by taking it to prapada or to releve. So lift the heel. And then just let that left foot come down. Hips like headlights towards the top of the mat. Setting up for Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Reverse prayer or knuckles together. I do knuckles because my shoulders don't like reverse prayer. Hinging down, you want to feel your hamstring on that right side. Keep the legs straight. If you need to step the back foot in a little bit, go ahead. Good, come back up again. Parvata Trikonasana. Maybe more length between the feet if you need it. Left arm to sky. Right hand, like your hip, is going to be taken off the stage at the Apollo. Hook it in. And as you exhale, belly button comes over the knee. Right hip reaches back. Lean back with the right shoulder blade. Exhale, unwind. And then I had something in mind, and then I forgot. All right, let's reach that right leg to sky. I'm going to bring my hands and shoulders over the wrists. Try to find Adho Mukha Vrikshasana with the Hanumanasana legs. I didn't find it this time. Maybe I will next time. Stepping up to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Wrist circles coming all the way upward, Vastasana. Exhale, Samastihi. Take a moment in your Tadasana. Let's reach the arm's length in the tailbone. Just going to take an Anavattasana, standing back bend. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Pure Vinyasa. Let the elbows come down. Reach that left leg to sky. Honey, pincha Mayurasana. Let the legs split. Right foot comes down. Left foot steps up. And standing split. Just let the, let's take that into Prapada, so lifting the heel. A couple times, lots of energy underneath the big toe mound. Let your gaze settle on something that won't move. And you don't need to, your drishti does not need to be like laser beams into the floor. It can be easy. Just a focal point. Not trying to burn a hole in the floor, right? Reverse prayer knuckles. Exhale, hinging down. Keep those hips nice and even if you can. Root to rise, you're down with the feet. Come on up. A little more length between the legs if you like it. If you're happy with your stance, keep it. Right arm to sky, get that Apollo hook. And as you exhale, hinge. Belly button's over the knee this time. You're gonna let your hand come wherever it needs to. Some people it's outside the leg, some people it's on the shin, some people it's inside. You can use blocks if you like. Lifting up, leaning back. Try to let your left shoulder blade find the right side of the room. Left hip super long. Exhale, unwind. See if you can find your handstand pickup with the same leg. Usually I can find it. God, not today. And maybe take a child's pose. Okay, come on up. I'm just going to check the time. That's where I'm at. Oh, hour and 8. Okay. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes to touch. As you exhale, to bend the knees and bring the legs through. Savasana. Ardha Navasana. Ease into the chest. Just gonna rock back and forth a little bit, and then I'm gonna bring the feet down. Heels close to the sits bones, knees and toes in the same line. So if you're a person whose toes turn out, the knees should be facing out a little bit too, right? If you're knock-kneed, same. You want to keep the weight even on your feet. Lift the toes. Feel the arc of the foot lifting. Energy's even underneath both balls of the feet and the heel. And then bring your toes back down. Even if you have flat feet, you lift the toes, you're still engaging the longitudinal arc. So you will feel that. It will feel like it's lifting. Bridge pose. Lengthen the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Interlace your hands underneath. You can grab the outside edges of your mat if that's more interesting for your shoulders. Rolling one shoulder under than the other. Breathing here. I'm going to pull the heels towards the shoulders as I relax the glutes a little bit. And heel toe that that left foot in. Bring that right knee up and lift the leg. Breathing here. Exhale, bring it down. Side 2, left knee comes in, reach that leg to sky. Exhale, bring it down, unwind the hands, roll it out 1 vertebra at a time. For most of us, when we roll out 1 vertebra at a time, it doesn't actually work that way. It comes down in kind of several vertebrae together. So if you're doing that and you're like, I can't do it, it makes you normal. Take a couple breaths to reset. When it's interesting for you, come on in. Bridge pose, interlacing your hands the other way, other shoulder under first. Push into your feet. Keep the chin lifted. Roll the inner thighs towards the floor. Exhale, gently release. Roll it out 1 vertebra at a time. Couple breaths to recover. Your next inhale. Find your bridge legs. As you exhale, maybe lift the heels. Bring your shoulders in. And grab your ankles. We're doing that all practice, right? Allow the elbows to root into the floor. Keep a hold at the top of the foot or your ankles. And then bring the top of the head down. Exhale. Allow your heels to move towards the earth. Come on out when you're ready. And we're close, but not quite there. Try that one more time. Bridge legs. Lift the heels. Scooch the shoulders in. Grab your ankles or your feet. As I exhale, I'm going to really reach the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Make sure I'm not going to grab my outfit too much. Bringing those heels down. Exhale, come on out. So that wasn't quite the top of my head. That was actually a little bit on the back of my head, but I got the heels down. So felt okay on my spine, felt okay on my neck. So that's what you need. Take a moment. Forward Vajrayasana only if it's interesting. Lining the heels of the hands up, outer shoulder distance. Line with your ears. Elbows facing the sky. So if your elbows are flopping out to the side and the hands are lifting, your foundation isn't set up and your shoulder isn't rotating the right way. So maybe turn the hands out like jazz hands. It's fine. Bridge legs. Top of the head to the floor. I like to lift my heel so that my low back has a little more room. And then elbows together, draw the arm bones into the socket. Straighten arms and legs. Exhale, come on out. Round 2. Tailbone towards the back of the knees. Lifting the heels, elbows in. Exhale, coming on out. I was going to try to draw the leg into Ardha Hanumanasana, but or Ekapada or Dhanurasana, but I can feel my knees like not wanting to do that. So I'm not going to do that. But it's an option for you if you want to. All right, last big back bend. Done a few, so. Bridge legs. Top of the head comes to the floor. I'm going to reach the knees away. See if I can bring my forearms down, interlacing the hands. Bring the heels down. Out. I'm going to do one more big back bend because I'm slipping on my hair. I'm going to take that out of the way, actually. Wrap it around my jumpsuit. All right, moving towards Viparita Dandasana. When I was younger, not that long ago actually, I used to do this from headstand all the time, and it was much easier for me to find. But I don't want to land and jack up my knee. Tailbone towards the back of the knees. Top of the head comes down. I'm going to reach my knees way forward. Let my hands come to the floor. And I'm still slipping. All right. Coming on out. A little slippy. Get my forearms down. That's okay. Breathing here. Drop the knees to the right and then to the left. Back through center. Cross right knee over left. Bring hips right, knees left. Neutralizing the spine with some twists. Take it the other way. back through center. You can take like a reclining forward fold. And then as I exhale, I'm going to set myself up for my final relaxation. If your low back's tighter, you can place something underneath your knees. Or if you jut your chin up a lot, you can place something right underneath just to fill that space for the cervical spine. Let the breath go. Let the practice go. Cycle, begin to bring some awareness back to the breath. Nice deep inhale in, exhale through the mouth. Start to move the fingers and toes, do some wrist ankle circles. Reaching out through the arms and legs. Exhale, knees to chest. Maybe pick a side of the body to roll onto. And when you're ready, make your way up. Nice comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Give yourself a moment of gratitude. Thank yourself for coming onto the mat today. And for pranayama today, I'm just gonna do a nice simple nadishodhana. Index, middle finger together, dominant hand, placing at third eye. Thumb and ring finger just where you can close off the breath. So not the fleshy part, just above. Nice, easy inhale and exhale, both nostrils open. Sitting up tall. I'm just going to do in and out of the right 3 times, in and out of the left 3 times, and then kind of like a round right, left, and then left, right 3 times each. So next inhale, close left, inhale right. Gently release, both nostrils, inhale. Exhale. Close right, inhale left. Relax that. Open both. Inhale, exhale. One more. And then around, we're going to do starting right 3 times. Close left, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Close left. Close right. Close left. Close right. Open both. Breath to recover. Breath to reset. And then the last round, close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Close right. Close left. Close right. Close left. Open both, inhale, exhale. Gently release. Couple recovery breaths. Just allow yourself a few moments to several minutes to a long time in a seated meditation. have more time to spend, please do. And if you don't, at least you allowed yourself a few minutes to find a little bit of meditation and some conscious breath into movement. Hands to heart center, thumbs to third eye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, and perfect peace. Namaste, yogins. Thank you.